Hello and welcome, fellow captains. My name is Phoenix, and today we are doing the 3-piece synergy set for the T6 Odyssey Star Cruiser. Just a couple of things before I start going into everything. One, I am using the Tactical Star Cruiser because I believe it is more of the balanced of the three, and I am on my engineering character, so she is quite literally a tank. So I know how much that's going to go through. Now the other thing is I don't have time to do the mastery on this, so the mastery is not going to be a factor. I will probably get the first one while doing the doing ISA, but I will not be relying on anything right here. So as you can see here, my loadout is pretty much the same. There are some differences, obviously, because I have the 3-piece console set. And when we look more into it here, there is a 4-piece set, which is the Timeline Stabilizer, which is a console you get from the 6th anniversary starship, the Krenum time ship or whatever. I don't have that, so, and the other thing is this is just for the Odyssey Star Cruiser, so this console really isn't needed anyways, because we just want to see the 3-piece and how well they work. So for having just 2 of them, you get the flagship modifications. You get plus 2% critical chance and plus 3 flight turn rate. And for the 3-piece, you get the deadly response. So when receiving damage while a shield facing is depleted, 10% chance to apply deadly response, stacks up to 3 times. To self, 2,500 temporary hit points for 10 seconds and plus 10% bonus all damage for 10 seconds. So the bonus damage is a category 2 damage, and here's my skills, mostly in engineering, science, and a little bit of tactical here. Just gonna quickly go over my my traits here, because I don't want to spend a lot of time on here. I want to get this through quickly. So that's it for traits and stations. So for my commander engineering, I have Tactical Team 1, Auxiliary Power to the Inertial Dampeners 1, Emergency Power to Weapons 3, Directed Energy Modulation 3. For my Lieutenant Commander Tactical, I have Chemo Lace Weaponry 1, Tactical Team 2, Fire at Will 3. For my Lieutenant Science, I have Jam Targeting Sensors 1 and Tachyon Beam 2. For my Ensign Universal, I threw in a Science for Science Team 1. And for my Lieutenant Commander Universal / Command, I have a Tactical. So I have Emergency Weapon or Energy Weapons Target Weapon Systems 1. I will not be using this. I just threw it on just for whatever. Attack Pattern Beta 1 and Torpedo Spread 3. So with all that out of the way, let's get into ISA and see how well the synergy works. Alright. Whoa. We got a pie eater here. So this is going to be done pretty quick, I think. Yeah, this is going to be done lickety split. I think it's that emerald guy. Uh-oh. Lag spike. Kind of hate that. Alright, so I'm going to use Fleet Weapon Acceleration and Adaptive Emergency Systems. We're going to take down the nanite transformer first, and then we're going to go over to these guys here. Come on. Yeah. Okay, there's at least one. There. There we go. Plasma torpedo damage. That's okay. I'm gonna go away soon. Ah! Don't attack the gateway. Please don't attack the gateway. Ew. Oh, come on. Oh, wow. Alright, you know what? Screw it. We're already here, so we might as well. Alright. I'm not doing too much damage. Oh, if that is... yeah, that must have been help. Beacon of Kalos. So, if these two that work pretty fairly nicely, and if you're close to enemies, this will work just as nicely as well. So the three consoles themselves are fairly beneficial, unlike the T5 Tactical, which, you know, there's limitations on those. So at least the T6 Tactical or the T6 Odyssey, each console is I don't know if the synergy works as well. However, having all three is certainly beneficial. I don't see any real drawbacks to them. So, I mean, that's something that you could consider, is seeing how all three actually work together in a sense. So my final thoughts on the T6 Odyssey Star Cruisers is this. The ships themselves are pretty decent. I love the fact that they are now different like there's sort of like you can change some of the parts, whereas the T5 you couldn't. The other thing is the console slots are fairly well balanced. I think except for the science one is not so much balanced, but it's still pretty decent. The bridge officer seating for all three are pretty decent as well. You can do whatever you need to do, change up what your bridge officers if you need to. So those things are really good. The consoles themselves individually are not too bad. And as I was saying, near the end of the ISA run, I think the consoles themselves work very well with each other. The synergy does help a little bit, but the synergy does give you a boost in damage and whatever else. But I think the consoles themselves, if you have all three ships and you have all three consoles on one of them, the way that they works fairly well together than they do separately. So that's something I really haven't necessarily seen very much of, but you know, if I had the fourth one, maybe the synergy may have worked a lot better because it does reduce or increase some of the abilities and stuff like that. So overall, not a bad ship pack. The thing is if you play mainly Fed, I would just consider getting the Fed ships, unless you are the type of person who really enjoys playing all three factions. Then most definitely you can pick up the packs. But again, if you can get it on sale, get it on sale. If you can get it through dilithium, use your dilithium instead, and a combination of both being on sale and using your dilithium. That way you're not spending as much, and I think it would be probably beneficial for you to do something like that. But the problem is, I mean, the pack is about $90, so I'm not sure how much dilithium you would have to grind in order to get that. However, these are decent ships. I thoroughly enjoy them. I wish there was a fleet variant so I could have a fleet variant for one of my characters. However, there is not, and that is okay. But overall, these ships are pretty decent. I like how they fly. I like the bridge officer ability, or the seating. I love the consoles, how they're pretty much generally nice and balanced, except for the science, unfortunately. But yeah, decent ships, and I may fly these a little more than I usually do. And that is going to conclude today's video, and as always, I would love to hear from you. Do you have all three of these ships? Which one do you prefer? Which one don't you prefer? Let me know your answers and any questions you have down in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching. Live long and prosper, and I'll see you out there.